everybody, I'm coming around. Give me a second, give me a second, give me a second, give me a second. Hey everyone, Maxman RC over here. Today we're gonna unbox a little something I got. I've been itching for a second crawler for a while now. And so basically I just gave it away. What I'm gonna be unboxing is a second crawler. I was stuck between Traxxas. There was another brand called Danchi, and overall, I mean, like a couple other crawlers as well, and they just didn't catch my attention that much. So I decided, you know what, I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna take a look at a crawler I was interested in a couple years back, see if they still had it. Luckily, they still have it. They still make it, and so that's what we're going to be looking at today. I did make it a little bit easier. I already peeked in the box, made sure everything was how it was, and made sure everything is how it's supposed to be. So I'm sorry about that, but y'all get to deal with it. As y'all know, I do have my original crawler, which is the Red Cat that's sitting behind me, the Red Cat Gen 8 V2. Overall, that's a very good crawler, actually. It has taken quite some beatings, and I have no complaints at all with it whatsoever. Excuse me. So I decided, you know what? Let's stick with Red Cat. So this is what we went ahead and got. Give me a second. Alright, there you go. Come on. Come on. Come on. There you go. Boom. Boom, 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 boom. We have the Red Cat Everest 10. A really decent crawler. I've seen a couple videos on it. I've seen a lot of people actually interested in this crawler. Let me bring you guys down a little bit. There you go. So I figure, let's give it a shot. Alright? So, let's take a quick look at the box here. Move the Xbox remote here for a second. Alright, so Everest. The Red Cat Everest 10. Brush motor, 540. ESC, 40 amp. And a Hexfly servo. Everything's supposed to be waterproof, and I kind of do believe it, because I haven't really changed anything on the Gen 8 over there. Say hi. Haven't really changed anything on that Gen 8. I've done a little bit of work on it, yes, but everything in general is pretty much stock, from the ESC to the servo to the motor. Everything is stock, and everything has actually been submerged in water multiple times. So enough of that. As you can see, it is RTR, ready to run. You do get the receiver. I'm sorry, not the receiver. You do get the remote, the transmitter. You get a battery. It is a nickel battery though, so it's not like it's a LiPo. However, this Hexfly receiver can in fact very easily run a LiPo. It comes with the Hexfly 2000 mega amp hour 7.2 volt nickel metal hydrate battery. It's a good crawler for kids to begin with. A good crawler for somebody that's not that confident with LiPos. Basically, the Gen 8 is the same thing. The Gen 8 can also run a nickel, and I'll show y'all how to do that real quickly in a few minutes. So, let's go on ahead and let's open this box up. Alrighty. So, as y'all can tell, I did get the blue. I figured I already have a lot of red on my fleet, so this time we stick with the blue. The 5th scale is red, my Senton is red, the Low C8 is red, and I really don't have anything blue, so I went ahead and got the Everest in blue. It looks really nice. Look at that. Oof. So it is a servo on the axle. Alright. Battery tray up in the center. All metal construction between the chassis excuse me, the chassis, the links, the suspension is actually really nice travel on it. I mean, And the flex that this thing has. Whew. Whew, it is amazing. So let's go ahead and open it up. Alright, also like I mentioned, it does include the remote. Of course, it's a FlySky remote. Every single Red Cat that I've owned, that I've seen, has included a FlySky remote. It's not bad. It's a good little remote for what it's supposed to do. With the modifications I'm going to be doing with it though, it's really not going to work out for me very well. So I'm going to be changing that right away. I'm either thinking of going with another FlySky, the GT5, which is specific crawler remote, or I might actually stick to the Radio Link and use just a receiver and connect it to my usual Radio Link remote, which I use for most of my collection. On the remote, let's go ahead and take off this door. You can pop this door off. Be gentle though. It is kind of fragile. And the remote, you can tell, alright, you do get your throttle reverse, steering reverse, trim, throttle trim, steering trim, throttle trim, and dual rate for the steering. And very bright lights, which what I'm guessing is why it has a cover on it. Let's pop the cover back on. So now it actually looks pretty decent. It diffuses the LEDs. Anywho, let's go on ahead and let's open up the Red Cat. Before I do that, obviously, you do get the charger for your battery. And like every other good car, you get the instructions for it as well. Red Cat Everest. But we're men, we don't read instructions until we break something. But that's okay. Alright, let's open up the body here real quickly. The body on this one, the pins are actually on the side of the truck, not on the top. And there we go. Y'all can tell. Oh, just again, the flex on this thing, it is amazing. Let me zoom out for y'all a little bit. I mean, just look at this thing. I can wring this thing dry. So we do get all metal construction, aluminum, I'm guessing, lightweight aluminum. For the chassis, the bottom skid plate is plastic, but you can always upgrade it to a metal one. That's not an issue. All four links are metal. Basically every part of the suspension is metal. Drive shafts, plastic. The pinion seems to be there we go. The pinion itself, let's hope I don't lose out too badly. There you go. The pinion itself is actually some sort of metal. And it is a plastic spur gear nonetheless. But I have seen, and these things are easily to replace. This thing's actually pretty simple to work on, it seems like. Your Hexfly servo. I don't know where the hell I'm pointing at. And let me see if I can bring some light into this right here. As you can tell, you get two little jumpers. Alright, now what do the jumpers do? I know this is going to be difficult for y'all to read. Okay, so basically, there you go. You get the drag brake and the battery. What type of battery you're able to use? Yeah, for the drag brake, you get it can go 2 to 3S lipos. Oops. It can actually use a 3S lipo. Honestly, I wouldn't suggest a 3S lipo. It could be a little too hard on the system. I have used a 3S lipo on the Gen 8, and the Gen 8 basically uses the same Hexfly ESC. You get your drag brake options. This one looks to be set at 100%. I usually set it at 50%. And then the bottom jumper is whether you want to use a LiPo or a nickel battery. Right now it's set up for a nickel battery. Of course, we'll be swapping that out. I might actually end up swapping out the whole HexFly system, but we'll see about that. Let me go ahead and put the battery on this one, see if it has any juice, and let's try it out. Alright, I put the battery on it. Right now I'm going to be sticking with the nickel one for now. Remember, and I will always say this in all my videos, rule of thumb, receiver goes first, and then you turn the car on. Let's turn it on. Hopefully it doesn't go flying. And it's alive. Let's max out the steering rate on this guy so we can actually steer it. There you go. That's 100% steering rate. 50. 25. And 75. So that we don't overpower the servo for now, we'll leave it at 75. That's the other thing I don't like about these kind of radios and these kind of receivers. It's always good to actually set the endpoints on your servos in order for them to actually live their suggested lifetime. Their suggested, yeah. I've not ever had to replace a single servo because it burned out for whatever reason. That's like the first modification, quote unquote, I take care of, is I go on ahead and take care of the servo and put I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought. Don't judge. It is a little messy. Pardon the guitars. So let's see what they can do. Hopefully I don't scratch the baby blue guitar at the bottom. Alright. Oh, look at that. No problem at all. And just like I've said, the way it articulates, the way it just flexes is superb. Alrighty, let me put the body on and we'll do it a quick couch run. Okay. Let me bring you guys up a little bit here. As y'all can see, the other red cat sitting right there. Oh, there you go. Never mind the packing material. But yeah, that's it. That's the Red Cat Gen 8 V2 that I've had for about close to a year now, I want to say, maybe. So, ooh. Oh, look at that. Not a problem. Ooh, grippy, grippy. This might be a bad idea. Oh, no, it's not. Look at that thing. It's doing light work of this couch. Let's bring you guys closer so y'all can take a better look at this thing. There you go. Like I said, I'm sorry, I am doing this in one take. This is a 10 scale crawler, in case I think I forgot to mention that. Just look at that thing. Oh my goodness. The flex is unreal. Uh-oh, it's hitting the other red cat. Let's see if it can just go. Oh, look at that. That's not an issue at all. Seriously, just look at that thing. I'm gonna be making a much better video of this guy sometime this week. And hopefully by the end of this week, I'll also have finished some of the... that sound you hear is actually nothing too serious. That sound you hear is actually just a tire rubbing against the body. The flex on this thing is absolutely stupid. Look at that. As long as I don't drop that fifth scale. I'm sorry. There you go. As long as I don't drop that fifth scale, we'll be good. Usually, honestly, I'm not a big fan. One of the reasons I held off on buying this thing, I'm not a big fan of servo and axle crawlers. But I think for this one, I can definitely make an exception on it. It's just, this thing's gonna be so much fun. Especially now in the snow that's coming up. Oh, ho, ho. Now keep in mind, it's doing all this on a nickel battery as well. See what I mean on the flex? Here, let me zoom you guys in. So basically, the rear tires are completely vertical, next to vertical, and the front tires are perfectly straight. And this thing is making light work of all this. This thing is amazing. I do like more of the realistic crawlers, like the Gen 8 that this thing's currently violating. But again, I mean, I have absolutely no issues with the way this thing handles at all. I'm just turning it around. And this video has gone long enough, so I'm gonna end it here, guys. I do hope you enjoyed this. I know it was gonna be a quick unboxing. I didn't think it was gonna be a 20-minute video again. But I mean, like, I guess after all, I really haven't posted much. So yeah. That right there was the 10th scale Redcat Everest 10. All in all, I like it. The flex is incredible on it. It can cross gaps. This is right here. I fit perfectly fine. It's probably 7-8 inches of a gap. Okay, maybe not. Maybe like 5 inches worth of a gap. And this thing crossed it without a problem. For under $200. Yeah, for under $200. The way that this thing runs, the way that it is definitely worth it. I have, again, no issues at all whatsoever with this thing. I do have some big plans for it. I already placed the order on. I'm going to be getting some upgraded links on the bottom. And as always, I'm gonna see what I can do about the steering. Hint, hint, wink, wink. Overall, I'm very happy with this truck, and I can't say it enough. For sub $200, this truck is so worth the money. It is so worth the money. My only issue, real issue, if I were to actually be nitpicky about it, is the way that the receiver is set up. That's it. This receiver is definitely not waterproof. It is not in a waterproof enclosure at all whatsoever. So the ESC being waterproof is completely worthless due to the fact that it's the same level as the receiver. You get water on this, it'll be fine. You get water on this, it's done. It's dead. Goodbye. So I'll keep y'all posted as to what I'm gonna be doing for this truck. Right now, we're gonna put it away. I might actually end up I was gonna do some work on it, but I think I'll do that tomorrow because I do have to work early tomorrow. And tomorrow as well, I'm gonna be replacing these guys on this guy from plastic to metal. And usually I like saying absolutely no metal, no aluminum on RCs at all whatsoever unless you specifically need it. Just because it bends, it doesn't flex, it bends. But with crawlers, I'm willing to make an exception. Definitely, because it's not like we're gonna be bashing them. We do what they're meant to do. We crawl with them. So that's it, guys. This is Maxman RC, and I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Again, I'm really sorry that it's been a while, and it's probably gonna be going like that for a while between this, the podcast, and work. It's kind of difficult for me to actually keep track of what I gotta do. But hopefully this weekend we'll go out. We'll have some fun with these cars. I think it'll be, well, there's no underground, so it should be actually fun running this guy and running the Gen 8. I might actually bring the Sentinel along. I am waiting on paddle tires, and I'm actually going to be doing a 17mm paddle tire on the Sentinel, and these guys right here are the 17mm hex adapters I was lucky enough to find at on eBay. So we'll see how these go. We'll see how these guys hold up. They weren't really that bad of a price. They are 3D printed, and I can definitely tell that they're 3D printed. So I don't have a lot of faith in these guys, but who knows? I've been surprised before. Alright, guys. Thank you all. Again, I'm sorry for the long video at this point. Y'all have a good night.